Hey guys, it's Hairlotmost4 here with another movie review, and I know I haven't done a review in a while, but that's really a combination of just me not having a lot of time, and really I haven't been interested in some of the movies that have come out in the past weeks, but hopefully I'll be able to get some more reviews out, starting with today and Resident Evil Retribution. So before I get into the whole review and everything, I just want to make clear something that I don't consider myself a movie critic. I know I do movie reviews, but I just don't. I consider myself a moviegoer, and like a moviegoer, I go to the movies just to have fun and be entertained. So my big question going into Resident Evil Retribution was, forgetting about everything else, did the movie entertain me? And the answer was kinda So let's get some stuff right out of the way to start with. Some of the acting in this movie is pretty bad. Some of the dialogue in this movie is pretty bad. And some of the story in this movie is pretty bad. But that's not what the Resident Evil movies are all about. This is the 5th one, and people should know that it's not about any of that stuff, but it's all about the action and just entertainment. But then again, there's also a fine line there. And some of the stuff in this movie, I was just staring at blankly at the screen, just like thinking, what? That makes no sense. And usually I'm able to forgive things like that in these types of leave your brain at the door action movies. But at points I just wasn't. And I do admit that I went into this movie a little iffy, and I was actually very iffy. And I usually try to have a positive outlook. But the beginning of this movie really didn't help with that thought, because the movie starts by playing a scene backwards in slow motion. And then right after, it plays the same exact scene forward in regular motion. And I was just like, what? Is that really necessary? And I guess they did it for stylistic effect, and maybe some people thought it was cool, but it just didn't make sense for me. That's just me. I don't know about anyone else, but yeah. So the movie stars Milla Jovovich once again playing Alice, fighting against the Umbrella Corporation. And again, she's basically an unstoppable badass. Then the movie also manages to bring back some of the older characters from the series, including Michelle Rodriguez's character, who, if you've seen the other movies, know that she actually died. And I don't think that's really a spoiler, and it really won't affect your viewing of this movie at all or anything. But I think it somehow cleverly manages to bring them back, and I actually kind of like that. And then the movie also introduces some new characters that fans of the video games might recognize, including Ada Wong and Leon S. Kennedy. But I kind of felt like they really didn't do all that much in this movie. And actually, the one person I would have liked to see in this movie isn't. They brought back all these people, but the one person they couldn't, and that was actually Ali Larter playing Claire Redfield. And that really is just my own personal thing. I like Ali Larter, so yeah. Now let's talk about the action, which is the main component of this film, and it was alright. There was some pretty good action in this movie, but some of it I felt like I've seen 100 times before, and there wasn't really that one wow moment that made me go, this is so exciting. Now, by the way, I did see this movie in IMAX 3D, and again, that was not too special either. There was stuff flying at your face, but it really didn't add a whole lot. So, getting back to the action, the way the movie is set up is almost like a video game, where these characters are in this umbrella facility, basically going from point A to point B, and they're going from level to level through these different environments, and they have to fight what are essentially these boss battles. I feel like that really opened up the makers to do whatever they wanted with the action, but I feel like it was kind of wasted and they could have done so much more with it. I do admit that this film did have some very decent action scenes in it. The one fight scene near the end of the film, I really enjoyed that a lot. It was tense, it was well choreographed, and it was just fun. So this review, for the most part, it might sound negative, and it kind of is, but I want to get across that there is some fun to be had in the movie. And I know people that absolutely love these movies, love the action and everything, and I totally, completely understand that. And then there are people that absolutely hate and dread these movies, and I understand that too. But I feel like I'm just kind of in the middle. To sum up, Resident Evil Retribution is basically just another Resident Evil movie. Again, it's the 5th one, and people should really know what they're getting into by now. If you like that type of movie, you'll probably enjoy this one. If you're expecting a compelling story and dynamic characters, you're really looking in the wrong place. I am sort of indifferent, so I'm going to go right in the middle and give Resident Evil Retribution a 5 out of 10. If you notice, I did change my scale from the thumbs to the 10 system, and that was just really a personal choice because I liked it better and it was easier. So yeah, thanks guys. Remember to like and subscribe and comment to tell me your thoughts on the movie, and stick around for more reviews. October is coming up, so we're gonna get some horror movies, and hopefully I'll have some positive reviews in the near future.